Train attack. FFG says terrorist demands impossible. Negotiations stalled. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The terrorists have reportedly asked the government for the release of their commanders currently being held in custody as an exchange for the kidnapped passengers. Reports suggest that the federal government has rejected the demands of the terrorists behind the Kaduna to Abuja train attack, thereby leaving the fate of the abducted passengers hanging in the balance. The terrorists are believed to be holding captive over 100 passengers who were abducted from a train when it came under a bomb attack at Katari, Kaduna State. The incident, which occurred on Monday, March 28, 2022, also left 9 persons dead and 26 others injured as gunmen attacked the passenger train and took away its victims. According to the Nigerian Railway Corporation, 170 people aboard the ill-fated train, including 7 crew members, have remained incommunicado since the unfortunate attack. Meanwhile, Punch is reporting that the terrorists have demanded for the release of 16 of their commanders and sponsored in federal government custody as a trade-off for the release of the abducted victims. This request has reportedly been deemed unacceptable to the government. Security sources also confirmed to the newspaper that negotiations were still ongoing with the terrorists, even as the government seeks to explore other options to rescue the abductees. It was also gathered that the government is opposed to the idea of paying ransom for the release of the passengers who were seen in a viral video sitting under a tree at an unknown location touted to be the terrorist enclave. A source said, the federal government is looking into their demands because of the hostages, but the government is being cautious. It cannot meet the demands of the terrorists. The last time the government released some commanders, they went back and the insurgency became worse. So, nobody is considering releasing the commanders. The terrorists were also given money previously and the situation did not improve, the Punch reported. It was also reported that the lack of progress in the negotiations with government may force the terrorists to turn to the families of the hostages for ransom. What on earth could be more disastrous than the federal government keeping terrorist commanders instead of wasting their money by their court? You now see the consequences. My dear, I said it before and I'll say it again. If the government wants, it is my favorite, as in it is one of my favorite that I will always say on news like this. If the government wants this insurgency, this terrorism to end in Nigeria today, I say a month from today is too much. If they decide to swing into action, I tell you, they will do so without the help of any foreign mercenary. They will. You know why? They know those people, who they are. Now tell me which sane government you bring in someone, you have interrogated a person and you kept the person, a terrorist. You're not even scared that she's going to go back. What are you supposed to do? Immediately you've got these people, you have investigated them, get all the information you want to get for them. If they're not yielding, do the needful. The way they arrange a meeting, if they catch you today, if peradventure, God forbid, you come in contact with these people called the terrorists, they will not think twice before arranging a meeting between you and your maker. They don't care. They will shoot you on sight. They will do all sorts of things to you. Why can't that kind of a meeting be arranged for them? I mean, I keep asking myself sometimes, is it that we don't have laws in our constitution covering what they call murder? Again, you see people who murder people, children alike, babies alike, boys and girls, all over the place. You see them all over the place. Then finally the government now catches them. The army itself go and even pity them in all of this. The army too, after they have lost some of their gallant soldiers, they will now catch these people. They will now hand them over to the government and the government will now be using these people's life. They will now be using the citizens' life to be playing Squid Game by keeping these people. Are you keeping them for what? You're keeping them for what exactly? You want to cook them? Are you cannibalists? Because I don't understand the rationality behind keeping them. I sincerely cannot fathom why the government will keep these people. It is better Nigerian government release everyone in prison in this country. Those that are walking around free are not better than those in prison. Look at bandits and terrorists cashing out in the economy whilst some innocent citizens are languishing in prison. My dear, you're totally correct as well. You're correct. With this kind of mindset, okay, let me drift a little. Let me just move a little bit each of the news. Do you know 2 days or 3 days ago we heard that a certain governor, former governor of Taraba State, that was actually sentenced to how many years imprisonment? I think it was 12 or 10. That the government is trying to pardon him and bring him back to be, oh my goodness, to win Taraba State for them. Like I listened to the news and I read the news article and I was like, what? I was like, what? What exactly? How in God's name is this possible? Is it a country that we want, where we're going to be releasing criminals to come and rule over people that are non-criminals? Let them just tell us that we're in a zombie movie. No. Let them come and tell us that we're actually in a zombie movie. These are the consequences of keeping hard criminals and insurgents in prison. Just eliminate them once and for all. See, now they want to use them as ransom for the victims. After collecting a whopping 100 million, no. Look, now, another thing that is even getting me all serious worked up is the government did not think twice when the family of the MD of the Bank of Agriculture paid 100 million. Now they're coming out to say, if you pay money, you know it. Why didn't you say that before they paid? Come on. Because the rest of the people, you don't know about them. You don't care about them. They are not your family members, right? Sometimes I look at the government and I'm like, how did we end up with people who are so insensitive